Retro collecting is ruined. You heard it here, guys. It's ruined. Well, you know what? 80% of the vote. We got to cover this topic. It's obviously important to you, which means it's important to me. Let's start by asking the question, is it a ripoff? Whether retro game collecting is a ripoff depends on various factors and perspective. On one hand, some may argue that the prices for certain rare and highly sought after retro games have become inflated, making it expensive or even prohibitive for collectors. Agani is a perfect example. Rumored to be a blockbuster-only exclusive, it led to a massive demand because it was a rare yet fantastic game. It was a complete lie, guys. It was not exclusive. Factors such as scarcity, condition, and demand can drive up prices significantly, leading some to feel like they're being taken advantage of, I know I have, by sellers seeking to capitalize on nostalgia. Additionally, the cost of retro gaming can extend beyond the purchasing of the games themselves. Investing in vintage consoles, accessories, and maintenance can also add up, especially for those seeking a complete gaming experience. However, others view retro game collecting as a worthwhile investment and a labor of love. For many enthusiasts, the value is not just monetary worth of the games, but the sentimental value and the joy of preserving gaming history. Collectors often enjoy the thrill of the hunt, guys. The satisfaction of completing a collection, nostalgia of revisiting beloved games from their childhood. How about that pandemic? The COVID-19 pandemic had a notable impact on so many aspects of our lives, guys, including hobbies like retro game collecting. I know it did for me. With more time spent at home due to lockdowns and social distancing measures, people sought out ways to entertain themselves and reconnect with nostalgic games. For some, this meant diving into their existing collections, revisiting old favorites, and perhaps even expanding the libraries with new acquisitions. Others turned to retro game collecting as a way to fill their time and to find solace in the familiar worlds of classic video games. Additionally, the pandemic led to a surge of online shopping. As physical stores closed their doors temporarily or limited in-person shopping experience, the increased accessibility to online marketplaces may have made it easier for collectors to find and purchase retro games, contributing to the hobby's growth during this period. Overall, while it's challenging to measure the exact impact of the pandemic on retro game collecting, it's plausible, and the circumstances surrounding COVID-19 encourage more people to explore and invest in nostalgic video games. What about those resellers, guys? Social media? Yeah, I know, technically I'm a YouTuber, right? What right do I have to talk to you? The obvious impact of resellers and YouTubers on retro game collecting is a topic of debate within the gaming community. Resellers, for those that do not know, are people that buy retro games at lower prices and sell them at a markup. They have certainly influenced this market. Some argue that resellers have driven up prices, making it more difficult for casual collectors to afford certain titles. Additionally, aggressive marketing, reselling tactics such as hoarding and price gouging can frustrate and alienate members of the gaming community. On the other hand, YouTubers and social media personalities have played a significant role in popularizing retro gaming content and fostering a sense of community among collectors. Many content creators produce videos showcasing their collections, providing tips for finding rare games and sharing their love for classic titles. These videos can be educational, entertaining, and inspirational for viewers interested in retro game collecting. However, some critics argue that YouTubers, except for me of course, contribute to the hype and speculation surrounding video games, which can further drive up the price and create artificial scarcity. Additionally, there has been instances of YouTubers exploiting their influence to manipulate the markets to deceive viewers for personal gain, which can erode trust within this small community. Retro game collecting has certainly changed over the years, hasn't it? With the rise of online marketplace, social media, and increased interest in gaming nostalgia, the landscape has evolved. Some might argue that the popularity has made it more competitive and expensive, with certain rare titles fetching exorbitant prices. However, others view it as an exciting challenge, connecting enthusiasts globally and preserving gaming history, which is so important right now. While it's true that some aspects might not be the same as they once were, the passion for retro gaming remains strong among collectors and fans alike. Ultimately, whether retro game collecting is a ripoff, it's very subjective. And it really depends on the individual circumstances, priorities, and perspectives. While some may find it worth the cost and effort, others may prefer to retro game through more accessible means, such as emulation and digital re-releases. And you know what? As a retro gamer, I fully support that as well. We're all in this together. Bye, guys.